Hi, just want to show you how to look at comments on a rough draft before you submit a final draft of the annotated bibliography, the argument paragraph, the argument essay, or any of the narrative essays. So when you submit something, you'll notice that there are two steps. There's a rough draft and a final draft. And it's really important to look back at the comments that I give to do better on the final draft. So I'm going to show you two ways to do that. Let's say that I submitted my annotated bibliography several days ago. The deadline is passed, and now Sherry Dinkins has given me comments on that rough draft. I can go back to the submission header and actually just click on it, and it will show me my rough draft with Sherry's comments on it. Now, these are general comments. They're not technically a line-by-line grammar review, so I can't count on this to give me an A++ if I do every change, but it is a great way to kind of get started on the process. The other part of it is to see a tutor online through ICC Studio to really go line by line. In some cases, there's just an underline, meaning there's probably something to work on there. There's some positive comments, and then there's some other comments that will help you do better on a final draft. So really important to view those comments on that draft. And you'll notice that when I brought it up here, I it was really small and I couldn't read it. I could read the general comments from the instructor, but I couldn't really see all those little, what does the underline mean? What does this word mean? So you can actually flip the little window aside and then flip this window aside on any laptop or desktop computer, so you can actually view it, and you can then even make it bigger if you want to really go into depth. Okay, what does she mean by this? What do I need to do here? So that's one way to get your comments, but there is actually a second way as well. So I want to show you the second way. Let's say I've waited too long to submit my annotated or to look at my comments on my rough draft, and this window is no longer open. So let's say it's the day that it's due and that window doesn't appear. No panic. I'm going to click on My Grades. There's two things to click on. This little bubble will just give you my typed in comments. These are better than nothing, but there's almost nothing I can do with that to get a better grade. So it's really just kind of some blurb in the little grading area. What I want to do is go over here and click on the black header, and I'll get to the same area. So I'm going to show you that one more time. Instead of clicking on this bubble, this cartoon bubble that will give me the general typed in comments, I want to double click on this header that's in bold and actually bring up that same window so I can see not just the typed in comments, but the comments that are actually placed on my document. And again, I can flip this window aside, I can flip this window aside, and even make it bigger. So as you're working, I think it's really important to view those in-depth comments before you get started on a final draft so that you'll do even better on the final draft. And of course, our tutors in the studio can help you doing more of a line-by-line review so that you can kind of go into detail. What does she mean by noun clusters? What does she mean by subject-verb? They can actually help you work on all those little small things that will help you do better in the final draft. So thanks so much for watching the video, and I will see you online.